we decided to explore Black Sound and Green Turtle Cay by kayaks. The storm has subsidized, so there's no wind. It's actually sunny and warm. And we borrowed Jenny's kayak and we're gonna go for a little adventure.
Subsided, you meant?
Yes.
Subsidized would be the storm is paying for our trip. Cool, let's rock and roll, have some fun. Thanks to Jenny for the kayak. We get to have some fun together.
Traveling from the deep forest into the sun. In war, there's never an option to run.
So as if he like sailed or motored across the Gulf Stream with this. Imagine?
It would have been insane, eh?
I know. No wonder the Coast Guard told him to turn around. He should not go across the Gulf Stream on a house with a white picket fence. But he did. He did. Okay, Hurricane Dorian kind of had the best of it, but...
Try to get on board without falling in the water here.
Yeah. Be careful, it's very slippery.
Oh boy, it's not easy with one hand. All right, I think I made it. Definitely a little slippery. All right, nice engine.
Need a 70 horsepower?
Gotta watch out for the tetanus.
Yeah, I should give you a test, give you a shot.
Oh yeah, they definitely got a bee's nest in there. Let's get some honey. Mmm, honey. Yum. Alright, now the second half of the fun, getting back in the kayak. Get low, get low, get low. Come on. Foot.
Yeah, it's way easier getting in mine.
Safely in. Rinse off the feet. Oh, almost fell. That's fun out here.
We could really see the damage that Hurricane Dorian did. It must have been insane being able to push that big of a sailboat up on shore. We then returned to Jenny's boat and dropped off her kayak.
After our little adventure in the mangroves, we crossed over to a beach on the Atlantic side in Gillam Bay. There we met up with some friends to go for a swim. I had to walk around to find a good spot to go in without having to walk all over spiky sea urchins.
Green Turtle Cay is such a great island to visit in the Abacos, especially if you want a few supplies or a little civilization. Time to head back to the boat.
Well, just because it's Easter, we are making some caramel brownies. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Some of our buddy boats were staying at Donnie's marina, so we took the dinghy over to meet up. We were having an Easter potluck. Well, this is Easter supper at Green Turtle Cove. It is freezing. Actually, not really freezing, but it is cold. But we're having fun.
You lied to me! Oh, we're pretty good actually. Oh, some of them are sticking. Andy! I'm gonna trust you on this one. One of them turned, the rest did not.
He's from Texas, he knows grilling.
It's these round things.
Yeah, it's almost like a rice.
I know, he's like, she's bringing
couscous.
couscous, and I'm like,
Like
that.
grits.
The one that I pointed at you, that wasn't his hole. I pulled him out of the hole, and I was like, I don't think he's big enough. And I'll let him go, and he swam back over there, and then I saw.
Well, just getting the fishing gear ready to go. Since our buddy boat seems to keep catching snapper even though he's in shallow water, for the longest time, we were never leaving our fishing gear out in shallow water because we always catch barracudas. But now I'm jealous because he keeps catching snapper, so we're gonna leave it out. And the reason why I'm talking about fishing and getting it ready is because we're leaving Green Turtle Cay. We're gonna head over to Manjack because that reef out there is just gorgeous. So we gotta get out there one last time. And they're just talking about keeping an eye on the depth because the depth is a little shallow getting out of the inlet here. So we're gonna start the engine and get going.
We timed ourselves with high tide to be on the safe side. That's when you get about 7 foot of water. Fortunately, our 5'3" keel gets us in many areas in the Bahamas. How's everything going?
Good, good. I've got about 6 feet. Every once in a while it says 4.2, but I don't trust it to be honest. I'm pretty sure we got plenty of room. But it's definitely a narrow channel. You can see the shallow spots on either side, so you gotta stay right in the middle.
Spotted a sea turtle on our way to Manjack Cay. It was a short sail over, only 8 nautical miles, and it was beautiful conditions.
Are you leaving me alone?
Yeah, but you got the dinghy. Going for a little paddle. Go say hi to some of our neighbors. You know, it's the neighborly thing to do. Beer. Check. Get in there. Paddle. Check. I think if I can get it out. There we go. Rock and roll.
See ya!
See you soon.
On the menu tonight, I made some red lentil dal. We're going Indian. And then I have some lobster corn curry. And I will be making rice with cardamoms. Should be good.
Delicious. We got some dal. Well, Alex already told you what it is, but it's delicious. The last bit of our lobster. Just had some fun towing in our buddy boat. I don't think they wanted, well, I think they were grateful, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure they would have got in just fine under sail. Just they probably would have got in after dark. So myself and Andy we already had our engines on the dinghy, so it was easy. We just went out there and gave him a little tow. It was going like 4 knots too with both of us on it, not even like flooring the engines or anything. So it's good. It's got a bit of a hot water issue on his engine. So hopefully he gets that worked out. And tomorrow is going to be a fun day of diving. I can't wait.
Rope. To extend the anchor.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Wow, it's amazing this morning. It's just so calm. It's like not a lick of wind, which is exactly why we came here. And there's also that weird little squid that's just hanging out by our chain.
Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right.
It's not that often that the water is this calm and that you're somewhere with incredible reefs. This meant that we really had to take advantage of today and go to the outer reef for some snorkeling. We were there not too long ago and only had a small taste of it. There was so much more to explore.
It's a little bit shallow, and I don't have an adjustable thing to click this in, so I just hold it up out of the water a little bit at low RPM.
Good thing it wasn't quite low tide yet. Otherwise, we would have had to pull the dinghy behind us and would have had to walk between Crab Cay and Manjack. We were happy to be able to drive the dinghy across, and we made it to the crystal clear water. It looked like a swimming pool.
Yeah, I get a feeling that's the shallow right there. This time we decided to dive a different part of the outer reef. The corals here weren't quite as deep, but they were as colorful, diverse, and beautiful. With the flooding tide, it meant the visibility was at its best, compared to when the tide went out with all the debris of the island. We did eventually make our way to the deeper part of the reef, where there was that huge drop-off.
I really enjoyed today's dive. I was able to dive much deeper than I normally dive. I was able to calm my thoughts and really just relax down there and really enjoy the diving experience.
This is some of the nicest corals we've seen. It's beautiful. There's so many different like pockets of corals and then deep sand and caves and not many fish though. And I'm freezing. The water is like colder today actually. I think it's all of the northern wind, strong wind current or whatnot that's just been cooling down. So I'm froze eating a homemade hummus and crackers. And the other boats we were with, they took off. They're really cold too. And Corey's the only one left in the water. Surprise, surprise! He wants to fish. He really wants to fish. And he's got a way thicker wetsuit than me. So hopefully he gets a fish in not too long. And we'll head back to the sailboat. But it's a beautiful day.
There's a shark right there. Actually, he's right there. And normally, you know, I'm fine, whatever. You see a shark, they normally keep their distance. And he wasn't even close to me, but he just surprised me. So I was like, oh God, get the fish out of the water. I don't know, I just keep hearing really scary tales about sharks lately. You know, not necessarily attacking to eat, but just really interested in fish because they are fished a lot. And I guess a lot of people freak out and you know, they lose a spear or something to a shark going after the fish. And supposedly there's already been 3 people attacked by sharks. A little more paranoid than I used to be. But normally I stay in the water and just kind of look at them and see what their behavior is. But this one just like surprised me. I turned around and there he was. So, and I was watching it because I had a long swim to get to here.
Oh, he's right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's a black tip, I
Okay.
think. 2 of them actually.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, they know we're here now. So I think
right there.
they're getting closer than I would have liked to see, so I'm kind of glad I got out of the water.
Knowing these sharks were not leaving us alone, we decided to dinghy around to another part of Manjack and find new reefs to explore. Some fish are really curious and come up close to us. Meanwhile, others quickly swim away. And it didn't take long for Corey to spot a good-sized fish to spear. Oh, it's a white marget.
It's a porgy.
Oh, it's a porgy.
Woo!
Ow!
I'm so stoked on that porgy. It was such a fight to get after him. I think I had like one of my longer dives, 40 to 50 seconds chasing after something. But I dove down on top of him and I got close enough to him as he was kind of swimming away. Then I shot my spear and just kind of clipped him. And he was swimming all kind of weird. Ooh, look at those teeth. So yeah, I got him back here, I guess, and the spear didn't hold on to him. It just kind of, you know, hit him in the tail. And so he was swimming around in circles up to the surface, and I was really afraid that sharks were gonna get him. And I had to hit him while he was spinning in a circle from on top. And anyway, I'm really glad I got him because I would have hated to wound him. And he's such a delicious fish, so I'm excited. Wow, this is definitely the biggest porgy I've ever caught. The hogfish isn't on the biggest side, that's for sure, but it's definitely a good meal. Maybe we'll try some sushi tonight. I don't know. We'll see. I'm super excited.
It was time to head back to our sailboat with Corey's catch of the day.
Look at these chompers. He's got some fairly sharp teeth in the front, but these little discs, they're just like hard rocks. These porgies, they're just so interesting underwater. Like they're some of the biggest eyes I've seen on a fish to eyeball ratio, I guess you could say. and they're just huge. And they always look like they're so scared when they're swimming away underwater. And actually, I'm just noticing the colors on him now. Like, look at the different colors of, you know, almost goldish and silver. It's just such a beautiful fish.
I really wanted to go spearfishing another time with the perfect sea conditions, so I returned with Andy from SV Turned Out.
Not a nurse.
No, definitely the big tiger shark we keep hearing about. What a massive animal, man. Holy jeez. Wow. I've never seen a shark that big.
This was another wonderful day at Manjack Cay in the Northern Abacos. Our anchorage was well protected on the west side from the Atlantic Ocean.
It's like when you first wake up in the morning. I think when you first come up and you just kind of have to survey everything.
Okay, who's up? Who's moving around?
Oh, he's
And
just,
it's just
he's
like-
just checking on his kingdom to make sure everything's where he left it.
It's like Andy's daily walkabout on the boat. You have your hair like blowing everywhere, and that's
Easy,
exactly
easy.
what
I'm
it's
right
like.
here.
Okay.
Welcome to our newest patron, Sean O'Hare. Thank you so much for wanting to support our videos. And thank you also to all the other patrons that have been supporting us for so much time. If you want early access to our videos and want to help support Wally Intrepid, check out our Patreon page. There's going to be a link down in the description.